Ocean levels are rising, bringing saltwater into the Nile River and the groundwater in Egypt. But why is this happening? Why is it a problem? And what can we do to stop it? The rise of industrialization has significantly increased the reliance on fossil fuels, including coal, oil, and natural gas, for energy production. The combustion of these fuels releases greenhouse gases, primarily carbon dioxide and methane, into the atmosphere. These gases trap infrared radiation within the Earth's atmosphere, leading to an overall increase in global temperatures, a phenomenon known as the greenhouse effect. Global warming causes sea level rise for two main reasons. First is the melting of glaciers and ice sheets near the poles, which adds massive amounts of water to the ocean. Second is a process known as thermal expansion, which occurs because the ocean itself is warming. As the heat energy of water molecules increases, they begin to move more rapidly, spreading them farther apart and increasing the volume of the ocean. Current models predict that by the year 2100, a significant portion of the Nile Delta will be completely submerged in the ocean, bringing saltwater further and further inland.
Saltwater intrusion in the Nile River threatens freshwater supplies, agriculture, and the entire ecosystem of the Nile Delta. If left unchecked, it could lead to soil degradation, food shortages, and economic instability for millions who depend on the river. The loss of natural nutrient cycles would further harm crops and biodiversity, making recovery even harder. If we don't take action, the damage could be irreversible, leading to food shortages and forced displacement of communities.
Biodiversity is also harmed, as the dominant vegetation along the Nile River needs fresh water. Increased salinity would disturb the growth of these plants and the consumers that rely on them. One solution to salt intrusion is building a reverse osmosis barrier along the delta, which works by using a semi-permeable membrane to selectively block salt while allowing fresh water to pass. This would prevent salt water from moving inland by physically blocking the salt, while also allowing fresh water to flow naturally from the aquifer to the ocean, maintaining a healthy water balance. By preventing salt intrusion, the dominant vegetation and the ecosystem, as well as the individuals that rely on the Nile, would be protected.
Artificial wetlands are another natural solution to saltwater intrusion, using plants, soil, and microorganisms to filter out salt and pollutants from water. As contaminated water flows through the Nile, certain plants, especially salt-tolerant ones, help absorb some of the salt. Meanwhile, beneficial bacteria break down organic matter and further improve water quality. By the time the water exits the wetland, much of the salt has been reduced, making it safer for farmers to use in their crops and for people who rely on the Nile as their source of water. Both options used together can increase the region's resistance against salt intrusion. Without solutions like this, salt will continue creeping into the Nile and contaminating water, threatening biodiversity of this ecosystem increasingly.
While the solution is complex, we can still take action. Support organizations like the Nile River Revival Action Plan and the Egyptian Specialized Federation for Water and DHI Group, which work to protect water resources. Moreover, reducing groundwater usage and personal water waste can also make a difference. It's up to each and every one of us to take a small action to create a large change against saltwater intrusion.